Hey, this is Val Selby, and after over 20 years online, I can track where my mindset has blocked me. If procrastination, imposter syndrome, and a lack of focus have been blocking your biz, then Val Full Volume is here to help you see choices you are making. Get ready to use your expertise to collaborate like a pro as you create the business of your dreams. Now is the time to make changes and live your best life. Let's get to it. All right. Welcome to Val Full Volume. I'm Val. I have to come here and take a deep breath. We're going to dig into why and how I made the best use of why we're having this conversation. How are you doing today? If you're watching from the video, I had to put on a manifestation shirt. If you're on the podcast with no video, it says happy. I will be happy, god damn it. I will. So I'm wearing my shirt to prove it. There has been so much behind the scenes at Bundle Bash going kaput. It doesn't matter how you want to say it. It broke. Shit's broke. It's broke all over. It's broke upside down. It's so broke, I didn't even know which pages to go and do old school links to. My site, I think it was, so I'm recording on a Monday. I believe it might have been Thursday, but I didn't catch it till Friday, that my site was super broken because the plugins that I use for almost everything, the plugin we use for almost everything, we create most of our pages with this plugin. Absolutely love it. Thrive Suite, Thrive Themes. Nothing to do with Thrivecart peoples, but my Thrive Suite, Thrive Themes. I think it's called the Thrive Suite is what I own, but it's Thrive Themes. Anyways, I had updated because there was updates, and since I use a lot of the plugins in that suite with my WordPress, I always keep that up to date, and I'd done that. And I had noticed that I got a borked message that, okay, well, it didn't go through because couldn't get rid of the files. You're getting way more information. So I had noticed that something had happened, but I didn't notice that the site wasn't up, right? I didn't notice that it was broke until I think somebody messaged me because they were looking for something. And I'm like, that is not how the page is supposed to look. And then, of course, by Friday morning, my wonderful OBM, online business manager, he was just like, what is going on? And I'm like, oh, I do not know. So I hit customer service on both ends. It was my hosting. So that took a couple of days to get figured out what was wrong with the hosting. Meanwhile, my site, my pretty site that we've worked so hard to get rebranded and still not fully rebranded on every single page, but I was so happy with my little site getting so much prettier, and she was broke. She was 2004 broke. She was crying in her, I'm still just this weird little WordPress thingy with this weird little cheap WordPress theme. I don't want to be in 2004. She was broke. Luckily, and I'm in a few events right now. I've got event access overlapping from events that I'm participating in. And of course, that's happening. So I'm getting customer service from that. I'm just like, ugh. So I'm doing that. It's a weekend. I try hard not to work weekends. Not a thing this weekend. It's welcome to entrepreneurship, right? But the big part was I just wanted to scream and cry. And if you've been following me, you know that I've got anxiety. I've finally acknowledged it a year ago. And I got on meds, got on second meds in January, got off the meds a few weeks ago because holy shit, they were screwing up my entire life. So I am working with my anxiety with no meds. And this is broken. And this needs to happen. And this needs to happen. It's like I can't even record a podcast because the lag time. And I've gone to, this cool program that I paid a year for because it's so highly recommended. And it's got this lag from hell. I mean, I dislike using excuses, because no matter what's going on in the universe, I still firmly believe that we have daily choices that we get to make no matter what is going on. But Mercury retrograde was fucking with me big time. And I was bound and determined not to lose my mind. Bound and determined. Here's how bad it got, you guys. I deep cleaned my bathroom for like 3 hours on Sunday. Again, if you have followed me for a while, you know I hate cleaning. I deep cleaned the bathroom from corner to corner to ceiling, threw away a bunch of stuff, took stuff out. It's very pretty and welcoming now, but I only do that when I'm in an extreme, like super extreme, gonna lose it. So I hit that point. By the time you're listening to this, I think Mercury retrograde is gone. I don't know. I am like I'm kicking her out. I don't know if Mercury retrograde is a he or a she. I guess maybe it's a they. I'm kicking it out. I ain't got time for that. I have so much going on in the next few weeks that I'm choosing. And here's where we're going to wrap it around. All of this stuff is going on, right? I'm like, no, I'm not going to sit here and wallow in my tears. I mean, I could feel them. I don't cry, even with my anxiety. I'm not a crier. And I could feel it welling up. I'm like, oh my God, I would like 2 bottles of wine, maybe 3 bottles of wine right now, and a whole loaf of bread. I'm just gonna go sit on the couch and drown in bread and wine in my comfort zone. By the way, I'm also really, really paying attention to my drinking, so I'm not using that as a crutch. So you're getting lots today. And this is why I figured I was getting tested, because I don't think I've ever had a time I can remember, since I've had more systems and things in place, that this much has just all been like, woo, all at once. So again, bound and determined. I have passed the test that the universe is throwing at me. I will continue to pass the test. I hope that you're not getting tested as much, or didn't get tested as much as I did. So what did I decide to do? I decided to embrace it and just jump into my sarcastic self and laugh hysterically and write an email, because I could put up some ugly they're not ugly. There's nothing wrong with just plain old links, but they were just URLs. My buttons are all broke and gone. I mean, they weren't even broke. They were gone. My buttons on my website went away with the page builder. So people were going and they're just like, I'm supposed to be signing up for this product from an event and there's nowhere to sign up. And I'm like, what? So I went and put the URLs on there so that could happen. And as I did that, I went and put some plain old links, tried to make them as big as possible in old school WordPress. And as I'm doing that, I'm like, yeah, let's just make lemon martinis out of these lemons. Screw the lemonade. We're past lemonade. We're going to make some lemon drops. Lemon drops with these lemons, because we need something stronger than lemonade. So I went and did 3 sales. The sale's over now, but I threw in 3 sales. So a major discount for the membership. I did a pre-launch for the next Sprint to Cash, which you can check that one out. That one is coming up. I don't know the dates. I wasn't going to talk about it, so I don't know the dates. And then I also put in there a ginormous 50% off coupon for the after party. I haven't launched that yet. So I thought, let's go ahead and do it. So the point was, for me, I mean, you couldn't even get into my membership areas, right? So that was my conversation. It's like, okay, you're getting this huge discount. My website will be working again without problems after the weekend if need be. My host, it's the weekend and it's not a big corporation. So I'm like, we'll have it back by next week. Give Bash Pass a try for $17 for your first month. Come meet with us weekly. Shit's broke. It's broke. But you know what? You don't have to get into the membership area right away to benefit from the membership. So I'm like, okay, what else? What else? And that's what led me down to signing up for this, the Sprint to Cash was I'm like looking at, okay, what else can I put in here that I don't technically have to have technology? So that's when I'm like, oh, pre-sale the Sprint to Cash. I can do that because they're not getting access until the end of September. September 23rd is when Sprint to Cash launches, and we will start the 10-day challenge, and we open up the Facebook on the 16th. So just to have those numbers or the dates for you. So I'm like, okay, they don't get access immediately. This is perfect. Let's run us $18, jump in, grab it. VIP days, the after party is a VIP day. If you don't know what a VIP day is, it's one-on-one access with me, and we're going to work on something for 3 hours that you need to get done. We're going to get shit done. I don't need my technology for that. I don't need my website for that because we are totally in yours, and we're working on your projects, your strategy. It's nothing to do with my website. So I'm like, oh, that'll work. Let's run with that. Why not? Offer it for 50% off, and let's just roll with it. So I turned it into a positive as I sat here and waited. I waited for emails to come through. I waited. I felt like I was waiting forever. I really wasn't. It was nice and fast, but it just felt like forever because it's just there in my brain going, you can't even send out your regular stuff because my brain's just going through all of the becauses, all of the crap because so much stuff was broken. And so happy to report it was fixed on Sunday. Here it is. It's Monday. I finally figured it out why, you feel free to laugh with me, why there was such a horrid lag with recording in Riverside. It's not the platform. It's not Riverside FM's fault. Nothing to do with that. I was trying to get better quality videos. So I upgraded my camera to a 4K camera. I don't know if my system hates it. I don't know what. I'm not even going there. I know that my computer wants to die. She's tired. I love her. I love you. I love you, girl. Stick with me. Stick with me. Mama does not want to buy a new computer right now. However, I don't even care. I'm not going to get techie with the camera. The camera, my computer, recording, hated each other. All three of them, they hated each other. It was a horrible, horrible mean girl situation, and I couldn't get anything to record well. I had recorded on Friday, in the midst of all of this, right? All of this going on at Friday, like full blown on Friday. I had recorded because I was like, damn it, I am going to be on time with my recording so that we can get this out, and my team is not having to work like maniacs because I'm late. So I was like, oh, I'm recording. So I recorded it, and then as I'm recording it, I can watch because I'm watching the video as I'm doing it, right? I can watch, and it's like, oh my God, this lag time is so bad. Okay, well, maybe it's just as it's recording. And then I pulled it up, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? So, good news. I put my old camera back on. And my old camera doesn't believe in being a mean girl. She's fitting in with the computer and the Riverside.fm. So here we are, a little bit more happy. Hence the t-shirt, the happy t-shirt. One of the awesome things is I got really engaged in my Facebook group over the weekend. Actually, both of them. I was getting super connected with people. I was just doing one-on-one reach outs. Not a ton. I didn't want to go into Facebook jail, but I was doing the one-on-one reach outs, talking behind the scenes with some people that I haven't reached out to in a while. So it was making me get off my platform and get out of my list because I couldn't work on the things that were on my list on Friday because shit was broken, right? Shit's broken. So I did that, and I connected. I got some people scheduled for some sessions this week. I already had one today. That's so much fun. I hadn't talked to her before, so we just did a quick 30-minute session. And it's gotten me to create a list of other words that I want to talk about, cringy words and not so cringy words. Some of the words just have changed meaning from what they started on. And especially, I was working really hard not to put my opinions on when I was asking the questions about, the word mastermind and masterclass and webinar and these online marketing words that are thrown around all over. I was asking everybody's opinion from their experience, what these words mean to them. It was interesting because some people couldn't stick to what it means to them. They wanted to define it. And I'm like, okay, well, you get to do what you want, but I was asking what it means to you. And it was so hard not to put my opinion because, I got some opinions. But I was like, ooh, let's just put those words down on the list and we'll record some podcasts about those words, about what those words are by definition, what they used to be, how they're perceived now, because perception is everything. And especially in our marketing right now. That's another thing that I'm going to get into because it's too much just for today's topic. Today, I wanted to stick with pivoting when shit's broken. It's broken. It's broken, and it's so broken that there's nothing you can do to fix it. And one of the things that I talked about in my first email that went out Friday for the Shit's Broken sale was, I'm trying, because I'm human, to listen to my gut. My gut told me to move hosting, not necessarily providers, but to move my hosting out of this super secure, awesome hosting that I have because it's not on cPanel. And I know that there's a zillion issues with cPanel, but you know what's worse than cPanel? Not being able to use your back end at all. Having a back end that's so confusing on your website, you can't find your files, so you can't upload files when you know how to do this stuff. When you know how to do your DNS, because you're going to change your email providers and the DMARC, SPF, DKIM, you know how to do this if I was in cPanel. But I can't do it in this super secure, awesome hosting. It's so secure. So then I was back and forth for that with my hosting as well. So we were working on that. And then we worked into the site, which the site just hate this new site with that new backend that's all secure and shit. It's too much. And I knew this before I switched. I think I switched a year ago. So I knew this a couple months after switching, but you know what? That's so much going on at that time that I'm like, I am not moving again. We're here, we're working, not moving again. So this weekend was the notice. Oh, we're moving. Not right this second, but we're moving probably just within the same hosting company because I've always been happy with the customer service that's there. And he even had said, you know what, we might need to move out of this one because this one and these programs that you use really don't care for each other, do they? I'm like, no, we're getting that notice that they don't care for each other. So that was one of the things that I had learned in this whole pivot, was I didn't go with my gut. I knew I needed to leave, and then I just threw that idea away because nothing was broken, right? Nothing's broken, so we're like, okay, we're fine. We're fine where we are. Then all of a sudden, something's broken, and you're paying some pretty high dollars for it, and you're like, oh, damn it. It's 3 days that it's broken and looking ugly, and I'm paying, if I break it down into the dollars, these are dollars per day that I'm paying technically. So going with my gut. I have to remember to go with my gut. And when my gut's telling me something and now is not the right time, I need to write it down and put a deadline to check in with it. Okay, I know that when I moved hosting and I didn't care for it pretty quickly, and I just lost my mother-in-law. I was just started running Bundle Bash by myself. There was so much going on. My anxiety had hit the end that I had to deal with it. I had to do something about it. I had to improve it. All of this was happening at that same time. And that was definitely not the time to be doing another move. However, a smart thing would have been for me to write it down, put a deadline to check in, write into my Asana and say, hey, don't forget, come on back to this because you are positive that you should not stay here forever, that this is going to cause issues. It did. Exactly what I should have written down. This is going to cause issues, check in. So I'm going to work on my humanness and pay attention to when stuff like that is happening. Deadline, Asana, that's the reason I have it. Put it in there so I can check on it later. now's not the right time. That's fine. That is fine. Don't do too much at once. Just like I do want to move and I will be moving, but right now is not the time because I'm moving my email service over. I'm not going to do both of them at the same time and cause even more chaos in my life because that's a choice. Moving my hosting at the same time as moving my email list, that would be a choice for chaos. That would just be causing my own insanity. So I'm not going to do that. So when everything is broke, I know this is what lessons can you get out of it? And the lesson also was, all right, how can I go make some sales the easier way? I don't need my full program to make sales for what? I wasn't going to sit there. I was bound and determined not to just sit there and wallow in it that nothing's working, there's no buttons, nobody's going to see the links, so I'm not going to make any money this weekend. I was bound and determined not to sit and wallow in it, even though I wanted to. I really, really wanted to. I was telling myself, no, we're going to do something better than that. We are going to be proactive. We are going to make the shit's broken sale, and we're going to run with it. Maybe I'll run it again just for the hell of it. Just to remember back in the day when my stuff broke. Let's run that sale again. Oh, that feels kind of like manifesting. Ooh. Okay, let's put that away. We're going to manifest happy. Okay. All right. So what has broken in your business recently? Have you worked through it? Are you in it right now? Is that why this is coming out for you right this second? Is your shit broken right now? If it is, hit me up. I feel ya. I hear ya. I will help you pull up your pants so you can dig in and figure out how you're going to do a little pivot. It's not a forever pivot when stuff's broken. Not going to be forever. It's just broken right now and we're going to work through it and we're going to make the most of it. So hit me up, okay? Let me help you work through the ick. All right. I'm going to be back next week, and we are going to talk about those words that I said. It depends how ranty I get. I don't think I'm not going to get ranty. I might get a little. So we'll see if I do all of the words together or if they're broken up. I'm not committing to that right now, but I'm so happy that I can be on here and recording again, and I'm sure my husband is as well because I was getting so ranty because poor Mr. Selby, he had to hear all of this, and he's just like, yeah, what? I'm sorry, it's all broke. All right. Go make sales. Go get out there. Go contact someone that you know needs your help. Just reach out to anyone. Start a conversation. You can't make sales without starting conversations. All right. I'll chat at you next week.